Application of refrigeration and air conditioning. In last lecture, we seen the application of refrigeration in food processing, preservation and distribution and chemical and process industry. Now let us see the application of refrigeration in special application. Special application of refrigeration. The special applications includes the cold treatment of metals, medical, construction, desalination of water and ice manufacturing. Now let us see the first one, cold treatment of metal. The dimensions of precision parts and gauges block can be stabilized by soaking the product at a temperature around minus 90 degrees centigrade. The hardness and wear resistance of carburized steel can be increased by this process. Keeping the cutting tool at minus 100 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes can increase the life of the cutting tool. This is the application of refrigeration in cold treatment of metal. Now see the application in medical field. Blood plasma and antibiotic are manufactured by freeze drying processes where water is made to sublime at low pressure and low temperature. This does not affect the tissue of blood. Centrifuges refrigerated at minus 10 degrees centigrade are used in manufacturing of drugs. These are the some applications of medical field. Then application in construction. Setting of concrete is an exothermic process. If the heat of setting is not recovered, the concrete will expand and produces crack in the structure. Concrete may be cooled by cooling the sand, gravels and water before mixing them, or by passing sealed water through the pipes embedded in the concrete. Next one is the desalination of water. In some countries, shortage of fresh water is there. Therefore, seawater is used for drinking and it is desalinated to obtain the seawater is desalinated to obtain the fresh water. Sometimes the solar energy is used in some of the cases for desalination of the water. Ice manufacturing. This was the classical application of refrigeration. Ice was manufactured in plant by dipping the water container in the chilled brine. The ice then stored in the ice warehouse. Now, small freezer and ice makers are available. Hotels and restaurants make their own ice in a hygienic manner. Household refrigerator also have facility to make the ice in the small quantity. This is all about the special application of refrigeration. Now let us see the application of air conditioning. Air conditioning is used in industry as well as for comfort of the human. Some industrial applications are laboratories, printing, manufacturing of precision parts, textile industry, pharmaceutical industry, photographics material, farm animal, computer room, power plant and vehicular air conditioning. Let us see the first one. Let us see how it is applicable in the industry. Air conditioning is required for improving the processes and material apart from the comfort air conditioning required for comfort of the person. The life and efficiency of the electronic devices increases at lower temperatures. Computer and microprocessor based equipments also require air conditioning for efficient operation. The main purpose of industrial air conditioning is to provide the conductive conditions so that the required processes can be carried out and required product can be produced. Some of the applications of industrial air conditionings are laboratories. Number one, laboratories. This may involve the precision measurement to perform testing of material equipment and processes at controlled temperature and relative humidity. Many laboratories using high voltage require low humidity to avoid the sparking. Second one is the printing. Some color printing presses have one press for each color. The paper press from one press to another press. The paper passes from one press to another press. The ink of one color must be dried before it reaches to the second, so that color do not blur. This requires control over temperature as well as humidity. Then next one is the manufacturing of precision part. If the metal parts are maintained at uniform temperature during the manufacturing process, this will neither expand or not sink, and maintaining the close tolerance. The next one is the textile industry. The yarn in the textile industry is spun and it moves over the spool at very high speed in modern machine. It is very sensitive to humidity. If it is break, the plant has to stop until it repairs. The next application is pharmaceutical industry. This industry require clean atmosphere, free from bacteria. If the capsules are made in the plant, then the air has to be dry, otherwise gelatin of capsule will become sticky. Next application is the photographic material. The raw material used for filmmaking has to be maintained at very low temperatures, since it deteriorates at high temperature and humidity. The film also has to store at low temperature. Next application of air conditioning is the farm animal. The milk yield of Jersey cow decreases drastically during the summer month. Low temperature result in more efficient digestion of food and increases in weight of cow and milk yield. Next application is the computer room. This requires control of temperature and humidity and cleanliness. The temperature of around 25 degrees centigrade and relative humidity of 50 degrees centigrade is maintained in this room. And this is maintained by using the microfilters in the air conditioning system. Next application is the power plant. Most of the modern power plant are microprocessor controlled. In earlier design, the control room was very large and were provided with natural ventilation. These day control rooms are very compact and hence these require air conditioning. Next one is the vehicular air conditioning. Bus, truck, trams, car, recreational vehicles, crane, cabins, aircraft and ship all require air conditioning. In buses and aircraft and in ship, the occupancy is very high. Therefore, metabolic heat and water vapor generated by the person has to be rejected. Therefore, the use of air conditioning is very important. Then, let us see the use of air conditioning for comfort of the human. Energy of food is converted into chemical energy for functioning of brain, lungs, heart and other organ. And his energy is ultimately rejected to the surrounding. Also, the internal organs require a temperature close to the 35 degrees centigrade for their efficient operation of human body. Maintaining this temperature by rejecting the appropriate amount of heat. Human beings do not feel comfortable if some extra effort is required by his body to reject the energy. Therefore, the temperature, humidity and velocity at which the human body does not have to take any extra action is called a comfort condition. And comfort condition is also sometimes called as neutral condition. This is all about the application of air conditioning in industry as well as for comfort of women. Thank you very much.